Hey guys, so today I want to talk to you about pleurisy, and pleurisy is very painful if you've had it. It is not fun. I actually had it about, I think 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. I had pleurisy, and actually the doctor didn't necessarily say I had it, but I'm pretty sure I had it because I've had pleurisy before. I know what it feels like, and I know I shouldn't be one of those people who diagnoses themselves, but that's what I'm doing. Because with pleurisy, first, what is pleurisy? Pleurisy is basically the inflammation in the lining of your lungs, which is called the pleura. So it's basically inflammation of the pleura in the pleura cavity, and it's painful. It's very painful. Mostly the pain happens when you take deep breaths or when you just breathe, sometimes when you're just sitting there, and I found that whenever I would lay down, the pain would get worse. For me, the pain always seemed, when I know I'm going to get pleurisy, well, sometimes it starts in my back, like around where the lung is in the back, though. There's just a pain there when I breathe, and I'm like, oh no. And sometimes it goes away, but sometimes, like I had 2 weeks ago, it went into more of my lungs, and it started hurting in my chest when I would breathe, and every time I would breathe it would hurt, and it's just so painful. I thought it was gonna be okay. I remember going to bed, I was like, okay, it's okay, it'll be better in the morning. You know, I haven't had this in about 6 months, I'll be fine. And so I woke up, or I couldn't sleep that whole night. It was just so painful. I had to get up and take extra prednisone. I had to take extra painkillers, and nothing seemed to help. So I texted my mom at like 3 in the morning. I told her I didn't want to go and wake her up then. I was just like, just check on me in the morning, make sure I don't have a fever. She came in, she's like, oh no, you're going to the doctor, da 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 da. So I go to the doctor, they listen, they don't hear anything. Of course, in Vegas, it's the one day it storms like crazy, and I don't go to class that day because of this. So I went to the doctor, she doesn't hear anything. They never hear anything when I have this. Usually they would hear the rubbing of the cavities together, but apparently mine don't like to do that. They like to hide it and seem like I'm faking it, but I'm not, because I don't fake pain. And so then she made us go get blood work done, and I had to go get an x-ray. So we go to get the x-ray, and when we go there, it's pouring rain everywhere. I have to run to the place, and I told my mom to stay there. I didn't want her going in it. I run, and I'm in so much pain already, and I'm like running in there. And then everyone's outside, standing out there waiting, and I was really confused, and some guy told me that there's a gas leak. So I'm like, oh, this is great. He's like, yeah, it's closed now. Oh, wonderful. So I didn't get my x-ray, and it ended up getting better the next day. I went up on 40 milligrams of prednisone, and yeah, it got better. So I still had the pain. It lasted for a couple days, but it wasn't as bad. And with the 40 milligrams, I took that for 3 days, and then I went down to 30, 20, and now I'm down on 10. I don't know how I did that, but I'm just hoping that I don't go in a flare and I stay how I am right now. So I just wanted to talk about that, and if you guys have experienced this, please let me know in the comments your experience with pleurisy. Share, you know, this is a lupus community, that's why I make these videos, and I wish I could make more videos. It's just really hard with school, and I'm constantly thinking about you guys, and I'm thinking about making videos. I'm always like, oh, I should make a video about that, I should do that. And when I got sick, I've been wanting to make the video about pleurisy. Basically, pleurisy, you have to be careful because it can lead to pneumonia. Sometimes it is caused from pneumonia, and for me, it's because I have lupus, I just developed it, and that happens a lot with lupus, and especially in my case, I seem to get this a lot. This is probably the 4th time I've had this. So I usually get it about once a year, and that was probably my second worst time when I had it 2 weeks ago. My worst time, I ended up in the hospital. Let's see, trying to think of what else. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about Pleurisy. If you guys know any more information and want to share it, go ahead. For me, the only treatment I've used is prednisone because it's the only thing that works. Painkillers don't work for me. Rest doesn't work for me. It will not go away unless I take that prednisone, and I can't bear it, so I have to take the prednisone, and I wish I didn't have to, but that's how it goes. I am always thinking about you guys. I love just thinking about how much this lupus community has grown over the last 4 years, and I think it's just such a beautiful thing. I've met so many wonderful people, so many brave fighters, and I'm always trying to keep updated. And another thing I wanted to say was about my last video with Your Destiny, and I had a lot of comments about how it's hard to stay positive and everything, and I completely understand. I want you guys to know that even though I am doing better, I still have pain every day. I haven't gone a day without no pain at all. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to go in remission. It would be nice, but it's just one of those things is I do stay positive, and I know things could be so much worse for me, and that's why I am so positive. And some of you are just so strong, and even just fighting every day and waking up and getting out of your bed is such a huge step. And for me, I accepted a couple years ago that I will have this disease and I'm going to live with it for the rest of my life, and there's no running away from that. I will have lupus for the rest of my life. And that's a long time. I am 19 with 4 years of lupus and the rest of my life. So, I want you guys to remember that even though I'm saying this stuff, I do have negative days too. Of course, when I got that Pleurisy, I was not at the best of moods. I was still like, okay, it's going to be okay. I have to stay positive because there are others around me, and I have to set an example as well. So it's just, I don't know. It's tough. I'm there with you. I don't know what else to say. So I'm going to end it on that, and like I said, hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and talk to you soon. Bye. So the video cut off, but I still want to talk about the destiny part. I don't know where it cut off, but what I was saying was that you can't exactly change your destiny. I might have been wrong in that, and that's not exactly what I was implying, but more you can change the outlook on your destiny. You don't have to have a horrible life because you have lupus. If I lived like that every day and thought, man, this hurts so bad right now, I'm not going to be able to do this. I can't. I'm just going to go in bed. I'm not going to study. I'm not going to go on with my life. I can't do that. I know I can't because I have to live with this the rest of my life. And I have accepted that. And I was talking with my friend yesterday, and I accepted that at the age, maybe not 14, but the age of 16, I knew that I would have lupus for the rest of my life. And it does make me teary-eyed, and I'm going to want to cut this out, but I'm not going to, because it's something we all have to accept, is that you're going to live with these pains. And the only thing we can do is we're going to have our moments where we break down like this, and it's good for you guys to see that I can be like this, and I have my moments where I get brought down, and it's hard because I'm in pain right now, but I have to keep moving forward and know that I can do the impossible.